To be a mascot. The Ryu Misuk seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, friend, and welcome to our festivals. I am known in my homeland of Higashi as the Ryu Mitsu. It is my delicate, solemn charge to share our Heavensturn customs with the people of Eorzea. May we join hands in revelry. Although Heavensturn is observed in both our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, a deity is chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the far east we honor one of the 12 noble beasts. This year that beast is the mighty Ryu, a creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Now, in order to liven up the festivals, we've decided to have a pair of horsebird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, serve as mascots. Winsily dressed in a dragonic attire, we're assured they would be delight upon all those who see them. Unfortunately, when the Ryu Bago, the leader of our delegation, presided one of the chicks to the crowd, the reception was disappointingly mute. We know not where we erred. Say, you are an adventurer, are you not? The course of dispersing aid? You may have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Low that I am to impose, will you not help us identify our plan's failings? In doing so, we might yet find a way to win the locals with our mascots. Very well, then. You have my thanks. To begin, I would ask that you seek out Ryu Bago. For want of bypassers, she decided to wander around the plaza with her hatchling. When you find her, pray ask for her account of our dilemma. Thus help us find a solution. Very well. I will attempt to resolve this mascot failure. Why is this chocobo chick wearing that costume? Is something amiss? Oh, curious about our delegation too, are you? That is well, for I just got I was just about to introduce our mascot, Ryushuku, to this young lady. Yes, that is a chocobo in a costume. Feast your eyes on a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu. Well, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? Why do you have him dressed up in a costume? An excellent question, you see. We wish to present the charms of the chocobo and the Ryu in a loving package. Look at him waggle his scaly little tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into that outfit. Our weaver spent no effort invoking the mighty and majestic of the Ryu in its diminishing form before you. The finished product must simply be divine, is it not? I suppose. I still don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him. And your chick is gone. Yet again, I fail to convey the virtues of our mascot. There seems to be a bit of an issue, isn't there? You come at the Ryu Mystic's behalf? I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I seek to share our mascot's charms with the people of Eorzea, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you have just witnessed. Try as I may, I cannot see what I am doing wrong. If you have any advice, any at all, I would be most eager to hear it. You may want to talk more about the Ryu. I don't think she knew what it was. Talk about the Ryu, you say? Rather than a tedious explaining tradition, I had hoped to initiate the people through our mascots. You believe this is not enough? It might seek to avail me to speak with that young girl as well. Let her gaze upon the Ryusuk once more, and I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce these names. Runosok, I think that is. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say that. Yes, it took off after her. Oh, where did our little mascot go? It took off after the girl. Followed after the girl, you say? We must find him, and quickly. Please, Adventure, will you not help with the search? Thank you. Now, I believe the girl set off for that direction of the tavern, the Drowning Wrench, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Ryushuk. Ryunoshuk. Shuki-shuk. Why am I even bothering? I'm never going to pronounce it right. Ah, thank goodness you're here. I've asked this guard woman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood. Perhaps you can clear things up. The lady says she's looking for a girl with a rue, but I have the faintest what that is. To rephrase, it's a chocobo chick wearing a costume. Ah, you must be speaking of the odd little critter I spotted a few moments ago, wearing what looked like a dragon costume and was waddling after a young girl. I'm afraid I didn't observe where they went, though. Sorry I couldn't be of help. Many thanks for your assistance. In my haste, I neglected to explain the meaning of the word rue. The Rue Misuk told me that such creatures don't exist in Eorzea. If I had been in crafting that is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the misunderstanding. Oh dear. Oh, I dare say I know why our mascot has struggled to win over the masses. I shall speak with the guardwoman a little more, just in case she has aught else to note to share. Once I'm finished, I plan to scurry the upper decks. In the meantime, could I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we finish, let's reconvene at the Bullmark Hall. A young lass and a chocobo chick. I spotted them walking past the Aetherite, though I couldn't say where they went from there. It appears the girl in the chocobo passed through the Aetherite plaza. Why do I keep doing that? Ugh. I know the lass you're after. Shilby's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant, a good friend of mine, in fact. You'll be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. They go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But as soon as he's sent to faraway lands, I'm told, Sylvie's worried sick, and for good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Any road, she came through here earlier. I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else can help you there. Learn something and know. Continue to scour the lower decks for information. A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick. She passed by here earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed any help. She told me that she was fine heading to the Aceless River, though I left it at that. I can't help but worry about her out there on her own. I hope you find her soon. If you believe you have enough information on Sylvie's whereabouts, make your way to the Bulwark Hall and report your findings of the Ryu Buggo. There you are. By your triumphant expression, I dare hope you've learned something about the little girl and our mascot. So the girl Sibley was heading for the Ageless River? That you should find just the information we need is auspicious indeed. Auspicious indeed. Blech. For my part, in course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have similarities with the Rue of the Far East, they're in fact different creatures. I have been under the impression they were one and the same, but it's their folklore or their status in mortal society that are quite distinct. I had assumed the people of Eorzea were like me. I thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it's little wonder that Sylvie looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When we find her again, I must do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Go off to the Ageless River with us. Really gotta learn to just pause before I speak when I start saying stuff like that. You? I wish you didn't have to go, Papa. You're that adventurer from before. What are you doing here? Oh, thank the kami we found you, Sylvie. And the lady in the fancy helmet, too. How do you know my name? We heard it from the locals, that's all. This and this, that and that. I see. I'm sorry I caused you both trouble. I wanted to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot, but your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Well, he's safe with you now. If nothing else, I'll be off. Pray, wait a moment. In course of searching for Yunuxi, I couldn't help but learn your father would be soon to embark on a voyage, and has left you troubled. I realize but we are strangers, but if you're not averse, will you not talk to us about it? It's alright. My papa says he's heading for Higashi for trade. I heard it is a long and dangerous journey, and it made me worry. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea, but then I found out that Lamine wasn't chosen for this Heavensturn, and it made me worry even more. I see. You say, isn't it the navigator, but the keeper who presides over the heavens this year? But if not the navigator, I thought I could at least pray to a god from the Far East, which is why I went to talk to you. So that is your way of it. You came hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in my fervor to showcase our mascot, I failed to lend an ear to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that shall grant you comfort. Need to recall suitable one. Something ideally features the ocean. Cute. Oh, what's gone into you, little one? Curious what lies that way, are you? It's a place called Wood Whisper Canyon. Papa told me waterfalls appeared there after the calamity. They changed the flow of the Neem River. Waterfalls changing the course of a river. I believe I have just the perfect tale to you, Sylvie, one that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to those waterfalls. May we avail ourselves of their ambience. Even Riniso is keen. You wouldn't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen. Okay. A story that will give me comfort? I wonder what it's about. Ew. That's not anywhere close to chuggable sound. Anyway. And I missed the name of this thing. Come, let us head for these waterfalls. They would provide a perfect setting for my tale. Unlike a dragon, having taken a moment to contemplate her approach, the Ryubago is now ready to tell her tale. Set off for the waterfalls at Wool Whisper Canyon, which she believes will provide the perfect backdrop. Q. They're big waterfalls, aren't they? Let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Eorzea, but as I myself recently discovered, is in fact a distinct being. Nor is there just one Ryu. Nay, there exist myriad individuals, all whom have their own tales. The creature I speak of is about the mighty Seryu, one of the four lords and legends who hold birth a great waterfall in the Far East. Ew! That does sound exciting, doesn't it? In the region of Yaksha flows the One River. It is a plentiful water nourishes nearby lands. In the past, it is said Seryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, by doing so giving rise to the waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it is not widely known, Seryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected people from distant disasters of water. Disasters like storms and floods. Indeed, long ago it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to the divine beast such as Sariu. While no written records exist, there's a tale of a seaside village that fell into the path of a raging storm. Despite desperate to calm the heavens, the villagers offered unto Sariu one of their daughters. However, Sariu showed no interest in whatever in the young girl. To merely know the villagers' plight was enough for him. It seems he turned the course of the storm and spared them untold destruction. Devastation, sorry. A benevolent being is Sariu, who wields his power over water for good. Even now he hears our prayers and protects us and our loved ones from harm. That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beast we celebrate this Heavensturn. Together, let's offer our prayers to Sariu and wish your father safe travels in calm waters. That sounds perfect, miss. Thank you so much. We must thank Ryusuke as well. If it weren't for him, I may not have recalled the tale of Sariu. Now you can pray to Sariu for safe travels too, Avenger. Oh, perhaps you've already heard this story? Straight from the serpent's mouth, in fact. You said you've met the great Sariu himself? To think that he was more serpentine in nature. If this is true, we would celebrate him in the year of the snake as well. Now that I think about it, miss, you said no written records exist of the tale. How did you come to know of it? An astute observation, Sylvie. You see, my family is said to be descended from the maiden that was offered to Sariu. As long ago as the events took place, there's no way to confirm the tale's veracity. If it's true, then it is by the grace of Sariu that I am here, alive. Thus have I made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back from the time you followed out to Sylvie, it was you who have been guiding me, little one. I may be your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me. Just like an honest-to-God's rule. With this, I know what I must do to initiate people into our traditions, and I shall continue to do so for as long as the Rue reigns in the heavens. Come, let's head back to the city together. We wouldn't want to make your father worry, now would we, Sylvie? Is that so? I'm glad to hear our adventurer friend was of assistance. Phew! There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sylvia is now safely home. I have just apprised the Ryumetsu of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my dragonic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again looking for onlookers, though I regret to impose upon you once more. Your support with Sylvia was most helpful. Might you accomplish me while I make my rounds around the area? With your discerning eye, I'm certain you could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What say you? I am truly grateful. Come, let us set forth at once. The hell is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as? Ryusuke is wearing a costume that mimics the Rue, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have mastery over water, and a sailor such as yourself, good self, may benefit from knowing about them. If you ask me, it looks like a sea serpent. Hold on. It wouldn't have anything to do with that thrice-damn primal leviathan, would it? I assure you there is no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you are interested to know more, I invite you to seek us out at the After Castle. Is that right? Well, here in Linenza, we got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas. Yes, I understand your nation looks to Limia to favor you over safe voyages. That may as be, disasters can strike beyond the bounds of the seas in place, which in case placing your face in a Rue could provide additional assistance. Ha! Suppose it doesn't hurt to have friends in high places, so we're fine, I'll go and see what this is all about. couldn't really decide on a voice for him. Yes, how can I assist you in your curiously dressed chocobo chick? If I may shed some light on the mystery of our little mascot, little Ryuseki here is named for the Rue, the dragons of the Far East. Oh, I thought your dragons were supposed to be fearsome. This fellow looks anything but. Our costume companion, notwithstanding, the Rue is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast, yet by the same token they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. Should you be curious about them, we would be glad to tell you more at the After Castle. A being regarded both fear and fondness? Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a visit to the After Castle before returning to work. By the gods, I had just resolved to save my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year, and what should happen to appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks. What is your name, little one, and what is that winsome outfit you're wearing? You have a keen eye, sir. This little fella is Ryusuk, and he is dressed as a Rue, a dragon of the Far East. By thus attiring Eorzea's favorite beast of burden, we hope to craft a symbol of friendship between our lands. Well now, this adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I've never heard of this Rue before, and now I'm keen to know more. In that case, sir, I invite you to seek out to the After Castle anon. There we will be glad to answer all your questions. Excellent. We shall head there at once. Shall we? All right. Very well. Oh, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Rue. I dare say we've gathered enough people, so let's head back to the After Castle. So Arbolo makes her triumphant return. You've done a tremendous job in piquing the interest of so many. You are too kind, Mesuk. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer and Ryushuk's help. There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I brought him. So you're the kind folks who helped my Sylvie. I have the words to properly thank you, but then again I'm grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again. Pray not mention it, sir. We too owe Sylvie much and more. How fares the preparation for your journey, if I may ask? Very well, thank you. And with Sylvie praying to the legendary Shinryu for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I have no doubt all will be well. I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we'll gladly do it. Indeed, we share our blessings of the divine beasts is such a fine thing. Not as more rewarding than our delegation and fostering friendships between our lands. For all the help you've afforded us, I've wished to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable. Ryushuk, are you saying you want to accomplish our adventurer friend? I believe the Widow One's wishes will be to your charm against tumultuous waters, and that he would be hard-pressed to find a better companion. We still have Ryuji to aid our work, so if you wish it, Ryushuk is yours. Ryushuk, my little guardian, thank you for everything, and may your divine aura keep our friends safe. And may you and yours enjoy the rest of the Heavensturn season, my friend. Know that when the rule wars, good fortune will shine upon you. I will gladly take it. Oh, hello, Shinryu. This rabbit disguise is what they often, the Four Lords will appear in when they decide to show up at these events. When I heard there was a celebration to be held in honor of me and mine, I wished to gaze upon the splendor of my own eyes. Bianco insisted I don this questionable attire, though he assured me it would conceal my identity from unsuspecting mortals. A descendant of maiden I spirited away now takes charge of this festival, you say? Most intriguing. At the time, my intentions were not as benevolent as she believes. Whisking her away was merely a means to appease my misguided worshippers, and yet, and her tale should endure this long as a testament to her gratitude. Perhaps I could give my regards to this bongo as which you speak.